I'm dark fantasy author Ronel Janse van Vuuren. I'm a Rottweiler pack leader. I have horses and chickens. A peacock thinks I'm part of his flock. I have a folklore and a book review podcast. I write about fae, immortals and magical creatures. I believe stories can change the world. I don't believe in shortcuts, just hard work. I aim to show you what an author's work is all about, mostly in fast forward. My word for 2026 is audacity. For me, that means being bold and brave in my endeavors.
Oh. May is over. It's almost a new month. I had to do a lot of rebranding and auditing of my business in the last couple of weeks. And I've decided to go more gothic, lean into the gothic and dark academia angle of my mythic dark fantasy. So as you can see, I'm all dressed up and it's me in color. I just finished doing a photo shoot for my new author photo. So I think it went fine. I'm currently reading Dracula. It's one of those books that you have to sip, not swallow, in big gulps. Just sip, 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 as Stephen King said. It's a slow burn. It's truly horror, but that gothic element in it as it builds. It's almost like that part in there. Yeah, it's really good. I'm up to the bit where Dracula gets all packed up and shipped to London. I have been doing new graphics for the website. I've already changed the favicon. So a raven and a waning moon or a waxing moon, whatever, in gold. So yes, we're doing a lot of gold accents. Gold, black and dark purple. That's mainly what we're working with. I've also redone the graphic for the podcast. It's the same image, it's just more dramatic. And the lettering is now in a more of an antique silver type of color. I've also introduced wax seals on everything, so you can see this is part of water fae or dark fae, whatever, according to the wax seal. So that is mostly on the images for the website, not for the podcast feed. Those only have a wax seal for audiobook and the one for Afrikaans. I've had the cover for Saphira the Fairy Dog Anniversary Edition. It's done. I'm going to be publishing that in October, so yay! If you want to know more about Saphira the Fairy Dog, go check out my post about fairy dogs or the Kushi on my website or on the podcast. I did a lot of thinking this month about my writing. I did a lot of crying. It's all part of the process of getting things into a new shape for the pivot for the business. The landscape has changed a lot with AI. I'm no longer publishing my books wide. It's only on my website and my direct stores. I have 3 of them, one for South Africans. I just need to figure out the payment method that they haven't returned to me yet. But the Buy Me a Coffee one is up and the PayHip one is up. I have discussed them in my blog post, which comes out the first Wednesday of June. if you want to learn more about that. Sorry for the noise. I have neighbors. Anyhow, let's just work through the noise. I think they are drilling for water, or maybe cutting up cars for parts, I don't know. Anyhow, as for writing, I've decided to shelve some of my projects just for now and focus on the adventures of Christy and Safira. It's my happy place. It's what I've been writing since I started writing about fairy, and I've decided now's the time for it. I am redoing the covers for all of my books to fit into the fairy mythos, which is what I'm now calling my world. Talking at Middle Earth, I have the fairy mythos. My new designer, created a new cover for my debut book, Once Tales, Myths and Legends of Fairy. Yeah, it's been so long I can't even remember all the titles. To fit in with this new direction I'm going. So it's a nice purple background, and I think there's a castle in it. It's really pretty. And my new coach, yes, I've got a writing coach. It's just something I realized I needed. And if Michael Jordan needed a coach to get him to be the best basketball player of all time, then I need a coach to be the best author. I'm thinking becoming Margaret Atwood, with banned books about telling the truth about everything, you know. I know it's the big goal, you know, almost impossible, but not improbable. So that's what I've been working on. I've also rearranged my schedule for the recording of audiobooks to fit in with my health. I'm finally healthy again, yay! And what else did I do? Right, I need to finish the last recordings for the Irascible Immortals. There are, I think, 3 recordings still left to be done. Or is it 6? Anyhow, the posts I did for April, Persephone and so forth. And then that season of the Irascible Immortals podcast will be done. It ends next May, so that gives me a bit of a gap. I still need to do the Afrikaans to catch up. I'm also changing the format of the podcast a bit, but I won't be implementing that with the English yet, because it's basically done for the entire season. You don't want to start with a new intro at the end of the season, but the Afrikaans next month will start with a new intro. I'm colouring everything a bit more gothic, dark academia, mysterious. Think ravens and graveyards and fog. Because apparently my books are on the darker side and my marketing doesn't really fit that. So that's what we're working with now. Also, I'll be launching the new covers of my books with my newsletter first. I'll share it on socials as needed. I'm also redoing my Pinterest because apparently the whole algorithm, the whole way people use Pinterest has changed, and I have too many boards, I'm too scattered, so no more going and pinning everything I like. I have to be more strategic. So that's what I'll be working on in the following month. I'm waiting to hear back from my favorite beta reader about the second Christine Safira book. And in the meantime, I'll be finishing writing the third book. So that's what I'll be starting with on Monday morning. I'm also starting my own version, the Mythmaker 75 Hard Challenge for authors. So you might have heard of the 75 Hard. It's mainly about exercise and diet and reading non-fiction, but mine will have writing sessions and mindset stuff. I'm still working on that. I will put up a free PDF on my direct stores and maybe even make a nice little companion guide which you can buy. Mythmaker's Way, something like that. I'm still brainstorming, and I will finish that up as I finish getting the idea of what I want to do with the 75 Hard. There will be no resets if you miss something, because honestly that's unrealistic if you live with chronic illness. Okay, wind's picking up, getting a bit cold. I'll share my progress with the 75 Hard here on YouTube with my morning writing sessions, and I'll also share on Instagram, and of course at the end of the month I'll share it again here in the vlog. I think that's everything I did this month, and an update of what I will be doing. So yeah, until next time.
Subscribe for books and folklore.